Hi, several of you have reached out to me and said that you had difficulty understanding what to do, and I am so sorry. I have a virus, but it's not flu and it's not COVID, and it's getting a little better, but not a lot. So looks like I'm going to the doctor again today or tomorrow. So again, this is a bad time for me to be gone, but I did want to go over some things with you. If you look at document one under career exploration, I'll see if I can kind of paraphrase some things for you here. Let's see. Okay. I do apologize. The seventh module you can't get into, so six modules would be fine. In fact, that's all you could do. You really don't have any choice. So, what this mini review is, and let me go down to the bottom. This is what's due on Sunday. Do not concern yourself with the outline, with the rough draft, or the final draft. So, uh, don't concern yourself about those. The final draft will be the last grade that you get in, well, one of the last grades you get in this class. So we're talking December here. So let's go back up here because I really want you to give some thought to this. Some of y'all, this survey may have surprised you what it came up with. Some of y'all might be laughing and saying, well, this is exactly why I'm going to college right now. So wonderful. Um, let's go down to number 6. I'm going to let you read all of the rest, but what I want you to do is, and here's an example here. Let's say that you want to be a teacher, that you would do well as a teacher. That's what everything that's according to your survey, that's one of the fields you would want to go into. Well, you need to look at it from several angles. And in this mini review, you're actually going to explore negative parts of teaching. But you're going to look at it when we go down to this paragraph. What it says is, I want you to explore what it would be like at the entry level, things like salary, responsibilities, and all of this. Then fast forward 5 years, where do you want to be? Do you still want to be in the classroom? Okay, that's cool. That's what I chose to do. But would you like to kind of move into instructional design where you do lesson plans and create lessons for teachers in your district to use? I did that also, but I also taught. There are full-time jobs where that's all you do. So you might consider that, or you might consider deciding that you want to become a counselor. Several of my friends did that, so they got their master's degree in that. So I had other friends who wanted to be an assistant principal and eventually a principal. And there are roads that you would explore for that. I had one person I worked with told me early on, he was in his 20s, he said, I'm going to be a superintendent one day. Well, there are roads that you explore to get there. What my point is, where do you want to be in 5 years? Okay. Then in 10 years, that person who wants to be superintendent, well, there are only so many jobs, but then again, it's possible to do that, or it's possible to be a principal. Question is, in 10 years, if you chose the principal route, you're still an assistant principal in 10 years, making 95,000 a year. Are you going to be content, or do you want to move on? But this really only explores the first 10 years. Okay. So again, this week we're only doing this mini review. So let me go back over here. All right. So now I'm going to go to the second document that tells you what you need to do. All right. So you're going to talk about possible negatives. First bullet, anticipate likely objections and offer responses to them. Well, you hear all the time what teachers have to say, and if you don't listen to the news and all that, it you have to really love the career to go into it. Let me tell you that. And that's not the only career you have to love to go into, but I'm just saying, what are objections? Is the salary horrible? You're going to have to research how much a beginning teacher would get. Let's say you want to teach in Plano or Carrollton. You're going to have to research that. You're going to have to go to their websites. You're going to have to see what you can find there. Maybe even the Texas Education Agency. Include the source where you found this information, and you do not have to format it in MLA style yet. Okay. Okay, so then you're going to go here. First, you're going to talk about possible negatives. What does the entry level position entail? So let's just say in this paragraph, this is when you first walk in the door. Let's say you're a school teacher. Give examples, details, facts, statistics, and one direct quote. You might want to get feedback from beginning teachers. Just imagine when you're a beginning teacher, you're going to have to start school before even the teachers do, and the teachers, they start before the children. So you'll probably go in a week early, probably in July, because they start in August. But I'm just saying, you're going to go through a lot of training, a lot of training. And then when your colleagues return the next week from the summer, you get to go through more training. So you can just imagine the first year, you're on probation, and I'm telling you a lot of stuff, but it doesn't matter because you're going to have to tell me where you got it from. The first year, you're going to hopefully have a mentor, a teacher who's going to help guide you. And the district does not have to hire you back after the first year. They don't even have to tell you why they don't want to do that. So you have got to make a really good impression. But let me just say this to you. You have got to also see if they're a good fit for you. I have seen several teachers whose contracts have not been renewed after their first year. And it confounded me. I had no idea because the teachers were good, but for some reason, the administrator didn't like them. Every single one of them has gone to Frisco, Northwest, and McKinney. They have flourished. So some teachers kind of get down about that, but really maybe Carrollton was not a good fit for them. You got to look at it that way. You're any job. Is that employer a good fit for you? Okay. I know you need a job. I've been there, done that, but are they a good fit for you? Okay. Just keep that in mind because sometimes it's best that you do leave. Okay. In the mid-level, we're getting to about 5 years into your career. You're going to talk about what all you would be doing. So let's just say that again, you want to be an assistant principal, or you want to go the principal route. So you would have to talk about details, facts, statistics, one direct quotation from maybe an administrator, but you're talking about your education. What all are you going to have to do? What kind of internships are you going to have to do? And all of this. And it might be interesting to see, like, just take Texas, for example, and go maybe to Texas Education Agency. How many teachers after their first year quit, which could go up in here? Well, no, you don't want to do that. That could be a negative one. But or how many of them do plan to pursue, or at the 5-year mark, they do plan to pursue a higher level in education? So give support and examples and all that there, because in 5 years, they're probably getting a master's degree, or by 5 years. And then 10 years later, you're going to explore the other. So let's say you make it to assistant principal in 5 years. It's possible, but not likely. If you want to, you're going to probably have to apply outside of the district that you're in. Not necessarily, but probably. So you've got things there, and then let's say that you are still not a principal at 10, but you're an associate principal, which is a step above an assistant principal. You need to explain what all you'll be doing, and the salary range and all of that there. Okay, so that is what I want. Let me stop sharing this one in your mini review. Get back over here. Okay, so what I did is I gave you databases, and hopefully the links are good on them. Okay, so I did, that was document 3, by the way. Okay, here are some career databases that you can research. If you go to this one, ONET Online, you can just kind of look at the page, help find occupations, advanced searches. This is all based off of your survey. Okay, here's one for dental assistant. Okay. So, and then if several of you are veterans, so more career sites I want to be, okay, on veterans, put your military skills and experience there. Okay. So probably the easiest thing for you to do is not make the mistake I just made. I have no idea. Oh, wow. No, 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 no. I'm going to put math teacher. Let me put teacher. Teachers, instructors, all other. Okay. So, training. So, what do I have to be? Well, my fiance lives in Colorado, so I know I'm going to be moving there. I don't know. Let's just not pretend. Let's go to Texas. Okay. So, let's say you live in 75001. I think that's Addison. And Texas state licenses. Okay, let me go back. 75001. Training and credentials. Go to Texas. Okay, so you should be able Let's go to the state training. Okay, well, that's master's. Well, does anybody have a bachelor's anymore? Wow. Yeah, I've had a feeling that the master's is the new bachelor's. That you really have to have all of that. Okay, I don't know why it's pulling this one up. Of course, SMU wants you to go there. They cost a lot of money. Education. Okay, University of Dallas. You can blame them for the reason I'm back into teaching because they actually helped me there. Um, all right, so let me go back. I didn't mean to get this. Okay, faculty core. That's really not helping me. Okay, let me go back. Go back. Well, here we go. Let me go back. I'll let you just enter that in and just do whatever you want. I'll let you play around with it because I don't like it does give you details on teachers, but anyway, this is how you will cite it. Now, all you have to do is tell me the name of the article and where you got it from in there. You do not have to give me a citation, but I want to know where you got your statistics and all of that for each of the paragraphs in your mini review. Just jot it down, the name of the article and where you got it. Here's another one. Now, this one's cool because the occupational handbook, you could go through here. It's very, very interesting. Let's say you want to go into healthcare. Several of y'all or through the years have wanted this. Okay, so this gives you really good information up to 2021, and it gives you the median pay and it gives you the high pay. So yeah. Okay, so median pay, most people will make that an hour. But then you got people below that and above that. You need an associate's, yada, yada, yada. It tells you also about the environment you'll be in and so on and so forth. Okay, so, all right. Let's go back over here. All right, so what you're going to do on this is you're going to write, I'll just open this up. You can handwrite it. It's up to you. You'll have to take pictures, but consider using bullets. Also, write down the name of the article and the database where you found it. You do not have to put it in MLA format. Okay, so let me go back over here. Okay, I am so sorry. I meant to stop the recording for just a minute, but I didn't. I ended up going back to document 2 because now that we've gotten over it, now you know what you need to do. And you just look at that whole database sheet. I didn't go over all of it. You will write a paragraph about the negatives. You will write another one about this. So what you can do is just bullet it. And if you want to, you can copy this. So I go edit, select all. You can start your new. You can copy. It might just be easier to do this. You could go to a new document. Hopefully this is it. Okay. You can paste here. Maybe I'm on the wrong one. I realize this is still running, but I thought, okay. Well, anyway, you can paste it there. All right. So this is actually what I pasted for myself. So then what you would do is you go, okay, so what you would do, you could actually write all of it down and then go back and erase these. Okay. But what are the objections? Okay. And then the first would be the possible negatives with the hours, salary, working conditions, and all of that. Okay. So give me bullets on that. And then give me where you got it, the name of the article and where you got it, and you're done. Okay. So this I would anticipate you to have like things like work 3 days straight with no break. High salary. High stress. Well, working conditions could be exposure to if I'm in a bacterial diseases, sometimes fatal. Okay, so you would do that, then you would say hospital technician. And then you would just say whatever that one is. Look real quick. Well, video. Okay, here we go. And then you would put on whatever it's called, and then that would be all that you would do there. Okay, so then here, let me go back because I kind of messed it up. Okay. So all I want to see is your bullets. I don't want to see what I wrote. Okay, so I'm going to just say career.com, but I don't think there is one like that. I'm just saying. Okay, I want to know the name of it, where you got it. All right, then you could just keep this exactly the way I have it. Okay, so now you know that that's for an entry level. Okay, so now you're going to talk examples. Okay, you could work or do this, do that, give me facts. What does a technician do? Details about the job, facts, what they're actually doing now at Baylor, Scott and White in Dallas, statistics, how many people are there in the field? And that's something you really want to know, because if it's flooded like attorneys, you may be setting yourself up for failure. I know several, well, most of the ones I know are whippersnappers, and they're young, and they're really, some of them have a lot of political aspirations. But I also know some who have no work. So of the older ones, but anyway, but coming and wanting to do that, you're going to have to put in so much more work than other people. That's a flooded area. One direct quote, maybe from a person in that career as a technician, or perhaps a doctor or a floor supervisor, speaking about how valuable they are to the staff. Okay, so then again, the last one will always be the name of the article and that. Okay, so then this paragraph, you're going to talk about where you are in 10 years. I mean, that I'm just saying first, and then this could be 5 years later here, and this could be 10 years later. Now, what's going to happen is if you see that you're still really going to be at the entry level pay and all of that, maybe a couple of thousand above in 10 years, and you got to ask yourself, is it worth it to you? Or should you pursue another career, or one that is a higher level in that career? So this is when you're 10 years into it, you're a hospital technician. How many people stay? You know, I think with teachers, the statistics will show that by the time you get to mid-level, 5 years into it, many young teachers have quit for various reasons. You're saying, oh yeah, well, they're young, they had children. Yeah, that's true. That is one of them. But they also go into other careers, because some of them come into teaching as mothers and fathers. So again, here, this is 10 years later. So you have got to do some research. Okay. And then put that there. So what I would do, I would just go over here. Of course, this is going to go, oh, I would get it out. See up here, take it out of center, take it out of bold, put it into Times New Roman 12, and put, okay, so if this were my maiden name, I would just put, oh, by the way, let me do a double space on this. Wow, that looks really high up there. Okay, then I'm going to put Professor. Oh, it's because I have messed up the. You know what? On this one, because I messed with the margins, and that's okay. If you're in my 230 class, you put 1302. 1803. Okay, that's for my 1230. I mean my 2 o'clock class. If you're in my 3 o'clock class, you're gonna put that. Like I said, I'm not with it today. Okay, I would make sure that goes into Times New Roman 12. Okay. I would just do that for this, because this is very preliminary and you're scratching around and doing stuff. You can go ahead Well, don't even worry about page numbers with this because I've messed with yeah, you don't want to. This is the only one, by the way. Don't get used to it. Okay, if you are in my online class, it's 21133. Okay. And just turn this into the link where you got it. This is my document 2. Document 1 is the instructions. Document 3 gives you a lot of sources that you can begin with. If you have any problems, let me know. But this is what is due on Sunday. All right. So I'm sending this to you by email, and I'm also going to post it. I will post it in that little module on lesson 12. Okay. And it'll just say video with instructions or instruction video. Okay, thank you for your patience. I'm looking forward to being back in the classroom. I really am. I know you might not be, but I will try to answer all of your questions if you have any. Several of y'all already have on email, and I really appreciate that. If you want a Zoom meeting, just let me know when you can meet, but try to give me at least 2 or 3 hours advance notice, please. Okay, thank you. Bye.